Alright guys, this is not clickbait or anything like that. We really do have some incredibly good news depending on how you look at it when it comes to the second stimulus package and a second stimulus check. Yes, I said stimulus checks. Stimulus checks are back, baby. So let's see what this breaking news is all about and the big catch that comes with the second stimulus check. I'm really curious to read your thoughts on this and which one would you choose? You'll see what I mean by that in a minute. This will be a short, straight to the point video. Just please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just yesterday, I told you that things looked like they're falling apart and they're arguing about state and local government money and liability protections. And we've also sort of come to terms with this stimulus package, or more appropriately, relief package will have no stimulus checks. Well, all of that has changed. Even Mitch McConnell seems to be warming up to the idea of second stimulus checks. How insane. So just what happened? Two things. Steve Mnuchin tweeted a major statement last night and Bloomberg broke out some news about the second stimulus check being added to the second stimulus package, and there are details in there that we need to look at more closely. So let's start with the Mnuchin statement, which Nancy Pelosi already responded to. Anyway, he said, Speaker Pelosi and I spoke today at 5 p.m. and on behalf of the President, I presented a $916 billion proposal, which is a slightly larger package than the bipartisan proposal of $908 billion. This proposal includes money for state and local governments and robust liability protections for businesses, schools, and universities. As part of this proposal, we will fund it using $140 billion in unused funds from the Paycheck Protection Program and $429 billion in Treasury funds. The $429 billion is what everyone in the media freaked out about when he took it back from the Fed and put it in the Treasury fund. But I told you here on this channel that this is actually a good thing because this money was being wasted sitting there, but now we can use it for a stimulus package. And here we go. This is exactly what's happening now. This is great. Then he continues to say, Chief Meadows and I have reviewed this proposal with the President, Leader McConnell, and Leader McCarthy. I look forward to achieving bipartisan agreement so we can provide this critical economic relief to American workers, families, and businesses. Wow, major keywords here. State and local funding is here in this new bill. Democrats are happy. Liability protections stay in this bill. Republicans are happy because there was talk yesterday that maybe they do away with these two things for now, but that would have been very silly. State and local funding is very important at this point and needed for vaccine distribution, which should potentially help us reach the ultimate stimulus, which is opening up the economy fully and everyone just goes back to work. Another major keyword in this statement is who is on board. The President and Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, are on board, so the White House is in. Leader McConnell, so Senate Republicans are in, and Leader McCarthy, which means House Republicans, are in. And who did he talk to? He presented this bill to Nancy Pelosi. So we're getting really close here to get Democrats on board as well. Listen, I don't want to get your hopes up because this will be a few days of roller coasters coming up, but this is really good news. Now let's talk stimulus checks here really quickly before we get to Nancy Pelosi's response. What's going on with that now? Well, Bloomberg reported some details on this new proposal that Steve Mnuchin offered. The article states that Leader McCarthy said this is a much better product than the $908 billion option, and I don't see a reason why Pelosi should be opposed. He also added that he backed the plan 100%. And when it comes to the second stimulus checks, earlier yesterday it started out as a rumor, but then it came out from Kevin McCarthy himself. He said the new proposal from Steve Mnuchin will have $600 per qualifying adult and $600 per child. This is sort of a slap in the face, but it's also much better than zero. But here's the big catch. According to the Bloomberg article, looks like those checks would be in place of the $300 per week unemployment boost that was included in the bipartisan proposal. However, the new proposal will still extend two other expiring unemployment insurance programs, the one for gig workers and the other one for workers who have exhausted the 13 weeks of standard benefits. So obviously this is devastating for unemployed workers, but you would still get a stimulus check. This kind of goes in line with what Republicans always thought about unemployment benefits, that they de-incentivize you to go back to work, and they're sort of trying to counter it with the $600 checks. But then you also have people who are on Social Security, SSDI, and SSI who would have gotten nothing from the unemployment benefit, but now will get a stimulus check if the qualifications are the same as the first stimulus check. So there will be definitely people who are going to be very happy with this new proposal and others who would be very mad about it. At this point, we just need either or to pass already to help the people, but I'd like to read some of your thoughts on why you prefer one over the other. And maybe we can somehow get both combined, because according to Nancy Pelosi, it looks like the difference is only $140 billion. This is the smallest gap we've had in over 7 months of negotiations. Yes, Nancy Pelosi already responded to the statement, so let's quickly see what she said. While it is progress that Leader McConnell has signed off on a $916 billion offer that is based off of the bipartisan framework, the president's proposal must not be allowed to obstruct the bipartisan congressional talks that are underway. Members of the House and Senate have been engaged in good faith negotiations and continue to make progress. The bipartisan talks are the best hope for a bipartisan solution. The president's proposal starts by cutting the unemployment insurance proposal being discussed by bipartisan members of the House and Senate from $180 billion to $40 billion. This is unacceptable. What a surprising move. I mean, I'm glad to see that Mitch McConnell is not talking about skinny bills anymore. That's out the window now, this $500 or $600 billion deal. And now we're closer than ever before. But you know what? Sorry, Nancy Pelosi. It was a stupid mistake to pass on the $1.9 trillion deal before the election. All for politics. That package would have been great and checks would have gone out already. Anyway, very interested to see where we go from here. I mean, the difference is small, but it's Congress. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click the notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. Also, make sure to check the link in the description for the Yara savings account. It's a savings account that is FDIC insured but gives you interest with a lottery system. If you use the link below, you'll get 100 tickets when you deposit as little as $25 for a chance to win up to $10 million. Then you'll get a weekly ticket for every $25 that you deposit. I think this is the future of banking, as it encourages savings to earn more chances at winning a large prize. Also, don't forget to get your free stocks from Webull, potentially worth up to $1,600 when you deposit only $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. All the links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.